right.
So
Which
this
pet do you
week,
think?
I think I picked when I played this on Xbox, I picked the llama or the alpaca, whatever that thing is.
Oh, the barn owl is No, you know what? Golden retriever.
Yeah, I went with the more extreme circumstance. And it's just crazy having this alpaca just like attack enemies and then like bring back supplies.
Yeah. So the
So this is
last,
Torchlight 3, and we are from MyGamer.com.
yep, the last time I played Torchlight was a heavily modded uh, Torchlight 2.
What are you
So
doing, rookie? Don't just stand there. The
uh,
fire's under
my
attack.
memory of it
Call the chieftain
is
Wideloose and his floating yapper to raid the
slightly
outpost. He's gonna run at me any moment.
modified.
Get up there, Leatherhead. I'll catch
But
Yeah,
they did send me review code for Torchlight 1 and 2. And I loved Torchlight 1. And I really, 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 and like Torchlight 2 was just fantastic. Um, I Torchlight 1, the reason I like Torchlight 1 for me better was it was just like one of those games that uh, it it it's not necessarily that it was a better game, it just hit at the right time for me. Like,
sure.
you play the right game at the right time in your life, and yay, it's exactly what you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, I love action RPGs. I mean, it's, like these top-down Diablo, Secret of Mana type games. Like, they're great, especially if you can play it with, co-op maybe
Co-op
online
with friends,
with a
yeah.
butter.
You're a
Yeah,
big
then
co-op guy.
yeah, I mean, you can play action RPGs like this by yourself. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but when you're partnering up with a buddy, that's why I'm excited about the re-release of Diablo 2. It's actually I've never played Diablo 2. Played the
Oh,
hell out of
really?
Diablo
Diablo
1.
2 is like the
Play,
best.
yeah, played Diablo 3, beat Diablo 3 too, but never had the chance to play. Like at the time it came out, I don't remember. Like I don't think I had a good PC or something at the time. I couldn't tell you. But either way, I never played Diablo 2, so I'm really looking forward. And I'm glad that Blizzard is finally bringing it back. I mean, it's like, why did it take so long? They should have made Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 in some kind of a compilation package, put it on console, make it online, put it on Xbox Live, and
Well,
even if you
Diablo
sold it
2,
for 20 bucks, people would still buy it.
you could buy Diablo 2 for the longest time for a song.
Oh yeah, it's been cheap. And the problem is like those games, if you actually like try to play, if you still have a computer with like a disk drive or whatever, you got to like download crazy patches and stuff to get it to play. But yeah, it is available. I think it's even available on Good Old Games or something. It's got to be.
No, it's not available on Good Old Games because it's Blizzard, and
Yeah, you're probably right.
they have their own ecosystem that they'd rather keep you in.
So, but yeah, I'm glad that's coming around. And like you, I don't think I played Torchlight 1, but I want to say it was Torchlight 2 on because it was the free Xbox game. When you're the gold member, they give you a couple free games each month, and that was the one free game, like a couple years ago or whatever it was. And I started playing. I was like, oh man, this is basically Diablo. Even like the item sound effect when you open up a chest like that swooshing kind of sound is like exactly from Diablo. I was like, oh, this is great. So yeah, I played a lot of Torchlight 2, and then I played Torchlight 3 here for on Xbox before it came on Game Pass.
Yeah. It it's good. It plays pretty well, but I've read some super not great things about this.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of a nothing fancy, very straightforward action RPG. Like there's not like a like a hook or a gimmick that like really that separating itself from something else or even like the games that came before it. So it's
Yeah.
not that it's like bad, it's just that it's like plain, you know.
Well, this was also, as far as I'm aware, in development hell for a
Yeah, it was.
really fucking long time.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell that from just like little things along the way.
This was supposedly well, I when we went to E3 when um the 3DS was announced.
Yeah, that was
And
2010. Yes.
yeah, and this game this game was announced then.
Torchlight 3?
Yeah, dude.
I don't remember. I just remember the 3DS obviously was huge.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, I couldn't tell you. I know you were hanging out at the PC side of things for.
Yeah, no, Torchlight 3 was announced. Perfect World
Mhm.
had bought the developer because they wanted to make this game an MMO, and they were talking about making it a free-to-play MMO,
Mhm.
which is what Perfect World does. Is they, if you can remember, that was 2010. That was like I do a lot of I cover a lot of PC games, but in 2010, until I for a couple of years there, my beat was basically I did free to play MMOs for a while, um, and then I kind of was it what ended up happening is that they just started, there was just so many
Yeah,
I couldn't cover them.
yeah, that was the big thing. That was the fad. Now it's free to play or 99-cent phone games is like huge
Yeah, and
microtransactions. Like that was the thing to do back
yeah.
then. There's so many. I couldn't keep. I rarely even followed it, and I didn't even want to jump into that because I was like, this is way over my head.
Yeah, and it just got to the point that I had to put my foot down and be like, yeah, I'm not covering the free to play space anymore. Uh, just it's just it got way too fucking hard to cover. There was just way too much. Um, but that's, like occasionally there would be big companies that you would be like, no, we're looking at making this a free to play MMO because we think that's where the future is. That you know it you know that's it, and we're going to make it work. And that's what this developer said. And it's like, oh, that's really fucking interesting. And um that Perfect World acquired them because that was their bread and butter. And unfortunately, it just didn't end up working out that way for them. And so it like pivoted back to a traditional game. And uh suppose from a lot of what I've read, you can tell that there are still a lot of hooks of everything that this used to be in there. Not that it's like asking you every 5 minutes, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this, but that it's just uh, that it feels like that's where that kind of stuff would have gone.
Yeah, I mean they're huge with Neverwinter. I mean that's got to be their biggest IP. Perfect World, I gotta say.
Oh yeah,
So you're gonna see probably some crossovers, some similarities because that's just what they do best. That's what they're kind of known for.
oh
But
yeah,
what I like about Torchlight is, and this has been in all the Torchlight games, is they really kind of looked at the Diablo format and they say, hey, how can we clean this up a little bit, make some better housekeeping choices? And one of those is always the loot. Like if you play Diablo 1 now, it's kind of a pain in the ass to You grab a bunch of loot. You got to put it in your bag. You got to like play Tetris with the pieces. Oh, now I'm full. I have to walk all the way back to town and sit through all the loading screens. Then walk to the guy, sell it, walk back to where I was, try to remember where I was going. It's just a time sink. Like it's just a little tedious. They get rid of that with your pet system here. So
Yeah.
not only can your pet attack, you can equip your pet with weapons and abilities. You can throw all the crap you don't want to your pet. You click a button, you say, hey, go back to town and sell this stuff. They come back in a short amount of time, like in game time, it's or real life time, it's 2 minutes or something like that. Like it's a short run back to town, and then they come back, and now your dog is back, and you have all these slots to play with again, and you didn't have to go back to town and tediously sell everything. So I think that one feature alone is great. You don't have to even use like the the potion to go back to town, even though it's like an instant warp, which is like what some of the Diablo games did. This, you don't even have to deal with that. They just make it a lot smoother. That one feature alone to me is huge and very much welcomed. I also like the pet feature because here, even if you're playing solo, you got something else to kind of, help with the crowd control, maybe take a few blows.
Yeah. I also
And
like playing pet classes for the most part in almost all games. It's one of my more enjoyable. Like I normally play some kind of summoner or something like that.
yeah, so you're right, like the necromancer who can summon so like you're not necessarily fighting, you're having
Yeah,
like the
and I like
AI
hang out in the back and like
in
just
the
cast
back. Yeah,
spells.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. Yeah,
Is
see,
there?
that's a good combo. If you can like if you play that co-op, like that's kind of a good co-op partner to have because they can deal the damage, you know, put the grunts in the front line that you summon. You can get like an archer in the back to start picking guys off. So you can get the good balance depending if you really think about it and you plan it out with your party.
Okay, what the fuck? Like, why can't I like highlight? I can highlight stuff I can click on, but I can't highlight items. Like, see, it says like
Oh,
coffin. And,
Your pet is
yeah.
hurting.
So I played this on console, so obviously I didn't have a keyboard and mouse.
yeah.
So when you're playing it, you just gotta like walk up to it, then hit A or whatever the button was.
Well, no, I understand that like that you walk up to stuff and like you hit a button and it'll like pick it up, but like normally there's like if I like hold down the alt button, it'll say like, oh, there's like gold on the ground over here or something. It'll like it's done that since like Diablo 1. It's been a
Oh,
mainstay of fuck it. It's like holding shift to run, sort of. It's just that's how things fucking work.
yeah. Not in Torchlight 3, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, what are you thinking about the game?
Yeah, I mean, like I said in my article, on MyGamer for the site that I wrote, it's fine. It's not anything to, I don't know, maybe go out of your way to play. It's a very straightforward. After, like, if you played Torchlight 1 and 2, you're gonna know exactly what you're getting into, and you might be disappointed by just the lack of overall, and there's nothing different at all about it.
It's not
So
Torchlight 2, unfortunately, is its
yeah,
biggest
so
fault.
right, so it's not that there's anything wrong with it, but there's not that there's anything great with it. So it's, to me, it's just kind of very middle of the road. It's still playable if you like these kind of games, sure. Maybe it doesn't, you don't. There's no need to like totally shit on it, but it's just, you're maybe better off playing one of the first two games instead of this one.
Yeah. And Torchlight 2 was such a fantastic game, and this one is unfortunately not that great.
And I think all the Torchlights are like on everything: PlayStation, Xbox, obviously PC. I think they're even on Switch. I know Torchlight. I want to say Torchlight 3 is on Switch. Maybe Torchlight 2 is on Switch. So most of these games are available probably on the platform that you have. So they are
Yeah.
readily available, and they're only like that. You could get them probably on sale for even less than that now. So something to think about if you are looking for an action RPG to possibly hold you over before the Diablo 2 remaster comes out later this year.
Which Diablo 2 is one of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah, that's going to be huge, and I think they said that even it's going to have like crossplay or something, or maybe it's crossplay between PlayStation with the PC version. Might not be crossplay among all platforms, but I think they did
My
say,
pet it bolted? What the fuck?
oh, he might have got hurt or something. So instead of dying, they just kind of run away. Or maybe maybe he just glitched and he's caught on the environment somewhere.
Oh, there
There
he
he
is.
Yeah.
Yay, my pet's back. Yeah, I'm not gonna micromanage that guy.
Yeah, and
It's
you
not
kind of
gonna
don't
happen.
have to. Right. He's just there. The pet's there to. I'm gonna dump all these useless items on him and then send him back to town. You don't really have to watch him too much.
Yeah, that's what he was in the first one, basically. All right, so what are you thinking about this game? Or we already
Yeah.
discussed that,
I
so
mean, yeah. Well, it's on Game Pass, so maybe that's the last thing we can say is like, yeah, check it out. I mean,
yeah,
it's not
if
gonna.
you have Game Pass, it's
Yeah, if you got Game Pass, go ahead and play it for an hour, then make up your own mind. But I mean, it's on Game Pass, it's free. Yeah, give it a shot. You really don't have anything to lose. You could probably snag a few achievements. For a Game Pass, game that's included. Yeah, not bad. It's fine.
there you go.
So yeah, you could check us out at mygamer.com. We post news, reviews, streams, previews, all that good stuff. You could follow me on Twitter at ZackGaz, ZackGaz. And until next time, thank you for watching and game on.